What's up guys, this is Magnolia Mo and you are watching my channel. Today we are going to check out Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. In this video I'm going to go over the video and audio, specifically the Dolby Atmos track. I'm going to cover the technical specifications, but I'm also going to show you a couple of charts, right? So I charted out the bass in two of the scenes in this movie, and the bass is pretty deep. I think the deepest in any of the other Mission Impossible movies as far as I can remember. So I thought I'd do that and then obviously cover some of the demo scenes from an audio perspective as well. So I got this from Amazon. This particular copy only has the 4K Ultra HD disc and a digital code, in addition to a disc that's got the special features. From a video standpoint, this is a very good, clean looking transfer. There is lots of shadow detail, there are lots of lens flare effects throughout the movie, and then even within the darkest scenes you can actually see the detail. I watched the movie on my Sony OLED 77-inch A80J, and then I also watched it on my projector, the Epson 5040 UB. Obviously the OLED was better when it came to the overall contrast and the black levels, but watching it on the projector was obviously a different ball game, much bigger picture, but I did not feel that the brightness was sacrificed, right, on the projector versus the OLED. So it's still maintained, the black levels are still maintained, the shadow detail is still maintained even while watching it off of a projector. CGI is pretty good. It does not distract. Specifically, the scene where Tom Cruise is jumping off of a mountain. So they actually built that ramp, and it was all CGI. So it does not take away when you're actually watching the movie. It's kind of believable that ramp kind of exists on top of that mountain. But to me, it didn't distract at all. So CGI is pretty good. The skin tones were very natural. The color palette is natural. HDR10 metadata standpoint, the overall content max light level is 997 nits. Max frame average light level is 382 nits. The HDR is great throughout, and adds to the overall action and overall experience of the movie. So from a video standpoint, I'm gonna go with a 9.5 on this. I think this is the best looking movie this year so far. I mean, 2 weeks in a row, I watched Gran Turismo, which was great, from a video standpoint. I think this one beats the overall video quality. Hit it. From an audio standpoint, I love this audio track. I clocked the Dolby True HD bitrate from my Panasonic at 4.7 megabits per second in some of the action scenes, specifically the first scene, the submarine scene. The video hits about 78 megabits per second in that same scene. The first scene of the movie kind of engages you. If you're a bass lover, you're gonna love that first scene. I mean, the explosion, the submarine explosion in that first scene actually digs really deep into the infrasonic range. I'm gonna show you guys the chart and the bass test of that coming up in just a few minutes here. But there is actually plenty of bass throughout the movie. I turned off all my speakers, just had the height speakers and the subs going for most of this audio review, and there was plenty of bass throughout the movie, specifically in that first scene, and then that helicopter scene at Abu Dhabi International Airport at that 39-minute mark or so. So that one also is pretty deep bass, and then the final fight scenes right on the train, above the train, and in the tunnel. There's lots of bass going on throughout those particular scenes. So bass, it's not bass heavy, I would say, but there's plenty of bass to keep your subwoofers engaged. From a Dolby Atmos standpoint, the movie, the height speakers are constantly engaged, right? So there are certain scenes where there's just music playing, but then there are some scenes where the Dolby Atmos is very dynamic. Some of the best scenes with Dolby Atmos activity or height channel activity, you know, is scene 13 when Tom Cruise is, you know, jumping off of that mountain. It starts off with music up in the height channels, and then you know, you just hear this thunderous sound in your height speakers, you know, of the wind, and the wind swirls left to right, front to back. So it's basically moving, swirling all around you, and that, I think that was a very good scene, and it kind of brought my attention to, you know, to above me right off the bat, and it's very loud, you know, the sound up there. From and then scene 14, 2 hours 18-minute mark, when the train passes through the tunnel. I mean, that one also is very loud, you know, as far as your height channel activity. There's lots of bass in that particular scene, and you know, it starts off with music, and then as soon as they enter the tunnel, you just hear this swirling sound, you know, and very loud. On front, I guess right, left. That went from right to left, left to right. It's pretty good, highly dynamic. It's on the right side. Oh, it's left. Right side. And there's quite a bit amount of bass in this scene. So I charted out the bass in two of the scenes, the submarine explosion in scene 1, and then the helicopter scene, because when I was watching the movie, I did feel it, and I was like, okay, I need to chart this out to see how low this bass goes. And sure enough, in the first subwoofer explosion scene, you can see on this chart that it is very strong. It's over 100 dBs at around 18 hertz. It shook my couch and the walls, and then around 14 hertz or so, that sound, the SPL is around 90 dBs. And that's pretty low. It stays consistently around 10 hertz. So I'm pretty sure, you know, folks with big subs, right, are going to enjoy that one scene. And then the second one is the helicopter scene at the Abu Dhabi International Airport. That one does dig deep, but not as deep as this one. But that also was pretty, like, you know, if you start to fall asleep, you will wake up in both these scenes right from the beginning of the movie. So the bass is great. It is not like, it's not throughout the bass, like throughout the movie. I'm sorry, like Aquaman, for instance, or some of the other, you know, bass heavy movies. So I wouldn't consider this a bass heavy movie. I would consider this as an opportunistic movie from a bass standpoint, right? So when it was needed, the bass was there. And then from an overall sound design, I mean, all the speakers work, you know, are running most of the time. I mean, the sound imaging is really good, you know, left to right, front to back, you know, from a surround sound standpoint. And then from a Dolby Atmos standpoint, I mean, there's plenty of activity in the height channels. So for audio, I am going to go with a 9.5 because this is, again, something that I was not expecting, because I watched this movie in a regular theater, and I thought the sound was good, the video was good, but I mean, the disc and the Dolby Atmos track has completely blown me away. So this is, in my opinion, this is a very good sound mix and worthy of my rating. Alright, so I hope you guys liked this video. I am interested in your thoughts, so leave me some comments below. Let me know if you agree or disagree, with my overall, thoughts about the audio and video and the bass response, bass test that I did. Did you get the same, in your home theaters? Did you think the audio Atmos, the Dolby Atmos mix was as dynamic as I thought it was? So leave me some comments, leave me some feedbacks, and as usual, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Until next time.